I can't keep a straight face.
Hello, welcome to Quinn Broadcasting and Coach's Corner. I'm Tony Trongone, here with our head coach, Bert Ayala. How's it going, Coach?
Good, great. How you doing?
You want to do our introductions like we usually do?
Yeah, sure. Over next to you, to your immediate left, we have our center, 4-year starter, Marcus Offer. Been named first team all-conference, first team all-state. To his left, you have Darian Blatchowicz, also a 4-year starter defensively and offensively. Marcus is playing nose guard for us, too. He had a heck of a game in the last game, and so did both of those young men. And then right next to me, to my right, we have our defensive line coach, Stephen Haynes. He's also our head JV coach. And through his course, he's had several first-team all-conference players on the D-line that have had the opportunity to play at the next level. So, we're fortunate to have him on staff as well.
Oh, great, thanks. So we're going to talk about last week's game, and we won 35-0, and so we'll start off with our scoring summary. So George, if you want to bring it up, the scoring summary, we'll see it up on the screen. There we go. So and we're going to go back and forth, George, on this. So we'll go with that first score, which is Jay Neverett picked up the football for a 14-yard fumble return, and we want to go to that play. Let's see that play, and we'll converse on that.
Play one?
Yep, play one. I got them in order. So, Coach, just interject. I'll talk, and then you just come in.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you can see Shamar Collins right there, just kind of like, reads his keys, fills the hole, puts a beautiful hit on that running back, head helmet right on the ball. It pops out, and, Coach Core preaches, scoop and score drills all summer, and that's our drill right there to a T, One scoop, not bobbled, and to be honest, this was like, you had the beginning of the game jitters or whatnot. We just threw an interception here, drove the field. We got a nice stop at the other end. They missed a field goal. And this kind of changed the course of the game after this moment right here. So, and what was nice about this showed that Millville defense is still here.
Yeah, great play by Mr. Collins, and then Jaden with the pickup and scoop and score. And so, yeah, that's how, I was broadcasting the game. Well, Rich Van Noor, we get the stats from him, and he does most of the talking, and I add a little bit of color. But knowing that we were driving the ball down the field, and we got the interception, right?
Yeah.
And then this play happened, like you said, right after that play.
Yeah. So, as far as the interception, listen, you don't want to throw an interception. The ball sailed on him, but it was fourth down. So it wasn't like as detrimental, as it may have been if it was on the other side of the.
Yeah,
what?
I forgot about that, because the kid should have dropped it. Because if he would have dropped it, he would have had better field position.
Yes, exactly. So
awesome. So great play by Jaden. Next play you see here, it's Letzier Brooks with a 32-yard pass from our sophomore quarterback, Robert O'Connor. Puts us up 14-0, Coach.
So, listen, we're looking for something else. He feels pressure in the pocket. Robbie kind of just evades that pocket, keeps his eyes downfield. And Brooks is just sitting there, and I guess they see him running, so they scramble to him and just makes a play. And this is athletes being athletes and making plays. So
yeah, I call this like a backyard play, right? Like Brett Favre type of stuff.
Yeah, that wasn't by design. It just pocket broke down. He felt that pressure.
But that guy, the safety should have pulled up closer, I think, or the linebacker. The linebacker, he should have came around when you had that. It's almost like an option.
They both bought the bait of like thinking that I guess the quarterback was going to run. Robbie is mobile, he can move, but the ideal thing is he evaded the pocket with mobility, but kept his eyes downfield and threw it instead of running.
Yep. So we're up 14-0. And then we hear from Letzier again, so we can see it's the third quarter, and it's a 44-yard pass from O'Connor, and you can see
This is just a read, man. It's RPO read. Robbie's only a sophomore, so to be able to have the ability to have a feel and be able to read a defense and do stuff like this is just game changer.
Look how far back he's playing too.
Yeah. Listen, I mean, that it's called, and it's just he's legit reading that. If it's a give, it's a give. If not, it's not. So through that process, that was a young quarterback making the right move there.
We'll watch it one more time.
Yep. And then this is just.
And look at the safety. Not even.
I don't know how many receivers are backing out. Most receivers are catching that and probably get upfield. You let your athlete be the athlete, and this is just Brooks doing what Brooks does, backing out, just good awareness, seeing that safety come downhill, and then just cutting it back out and just outrunning everybody. So
that puts us up 21-0. Thank you, George. And then another pass from Latier Brooks from Robert O'Connor puts us up 28-0.
This is another broken play. You could see he's looking the other way right there. Receiver actually runs the wrong route, so that's why he was the read, ran the wrong route. Pressure came. Again, our quarterback, Mr. O'Connor, keeping his eyes downfield and making a play. Can't.
Yeah, from the booth, I didn't know how he kept his feet in either. Let's see. I
was actually right there, and I was hoping the official didn't say it because he was really, really close, really close. But listen, again, he didn't run. He kept his eyes downfield and found his player and allowed his player to make a play. And the rest was history there. He caught a piece of him. It just was his towel, nothing else.
That's about all they're going to get. And finally, this is where I'm thinking, I'm old school, so I'm here with two linemen. So, looking to see how when you're going to play, I'm not going to discount Holy Spirit, the number 2 ranked team. But when you can demoralize somebody with the running game, like we did here, you can see we have everybody, where the hats are, counting the hats, and Jamal just powers through.
So I mean, listen, we legitimately listen. We could pass the ball, but we've been taking a lot of pride, and a lot of credit goes to Coach Nick and grinding with our offensive line. We take a lot of pride in our blocking and being able to run the ball. Like we don't want to. Our intention is to be as balanced of a football team as possible. These kids get coached up, and our new offensive line coach does a heck of a job putting them in the right positions to understand what they have to do.
Right.
And
I want to go back to that, George.
Jamal Wallace, I don't think many people around here want to get in front of him when he's going.
Yeah, he's like Jerome. He's like the boss, man. I look at everybody sustain their block.
I think he's like 210, 215.
And then 71 has to sustain his block because that's what happens then. He's not staying on the hat. He's not staying with his guy. And also I think Collins missed his block there too, right there. Because that guy comes from backside.
No, he didn't miss it. He missed it.
Okay. And then the other thing, show it one more time. I know I'm going to hear it, but it's what I see. And then what you see is also the NFL outlawed that tackle. You're not allowed to jump from behind and just
hip drop.
Use your weight. That hip drop. Watch that one more time. That's illegal in the NFL now.
Oh, this one here? Well, listen, he wound up dragging him for another 5 yards after the fact, So,
but that's how Bo Jackson got hurt.
Listen, this is a great job by our offensive line, but Jamal, with his patience to find the hole and then just to accelerate through it, is great. But you could see him,
So this wasn't a score, but it's leading to the score because he got 16 yards on that play. And then we will go to the next play, George, the 9-yard gain. Go ahead, Coach.
Yep.
Oh, that's the previous play.
Inside zone, line gets up there. We got to just do a better job there. But still, listen, that's, 8 yards, This is a good read by Jamal. He sees everything collapse inside, kicks it outside. We practice that. That's great vision. And, listen, for a 210, 215-pound kid, that boy moves. It's nothing slow. Listen, we were very proud of him. We have great depth in our backfield. Anytime we could put one of 3 or 4 running backs in, and they can make it happen.
So that put us up 35-0. But there's another one, number 6, George, with Jamal. I think he picked up 9 yards. The number 6. I want to let it go because I was really like, as an old coach, I'm like, you throw it in the air, but if you can't find it, that's all right. Maybe I missed it. We're good then. We can move forward. And then as far as that game, what did we learn from the game, Coach? I guess this is for anybody. Darian, what did you learn from that game about your team?
What did I learn from that game? That we're just persistent. We're just going to keep going, grinding. We started off slow, but got our adjustments, and we're just going to keep going, fight through any adversity that we have.
I saw you make some second-level blocks, too, for a tackle. I was like, we'll talk more about that when it comes to you, but I don't think that people understand the game when they look and see Coach Race, if you're out there, he always says, you got to give the linemen some love, and that's when we break down the tape.
Yeah.
You look and see some good blocking, so that was pretty good some of the plays you went down second level.
Thank you.
And how about you, Marcus?
Just going to piggyback off what he said. Just we are persistent. We're just dogs, and we come there to win. That's all we are as a team. It's just we're dominant. Every team that steps up against us, that's how we are. That's how we're going to play for the rest of the season.
What was Coach Ayala's speech after the game?
None usual. Just keep on, don't get too big headed about the win. Just keep on pushing forward week by week and take it one game at a time.
Okay. So that's last week's game, and we're going to take a timeout. We'll be right back after these short messages.
Allen Associates is a family-owned and operated full-service agency, managing a broad base of clients in the New Jersey area. Allen Associates has been a leader in health benefits and financial services including health, prescription, life insurance, pension, 401k plans, and estate planning. With more than 60 years of experience and a staff of highly trained and dedicated professionals, Allen Associates is noted for its ability to build strong, long-term relationships with our clients and the communities we serve. Give them a call today at 856-692-2250. Allen Associates, your complete health and financial services, Vineland, New Jersey.
Many people treat their health like a game. With Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Just select from our specialties and schedule online, by phone, or on our app. Our entire team communicates with one another, so everyone works together on your total health. Plus, we make it even easier with all of these additional benefits. Level up your health with us. Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great health care for everyone.
Hello, my name is Craig Atkinson, and I am president of the Millville Thunderbolt Club. The mission of the Thunderbolt Club is to enhance the athletic experience of Millville High School student athletes. We provide a myriad of services for these athletes, including end-of-year recognition banquets for all teams, stipends for teams and individual athletes, college scholarships of $35,000 per year, meals for special events, as well as hosting the Mike Trout Millville Thunderbolt Club Golf Tournament and the Millville Sports Hall of Fame. Please visit our website at millvillethunderboltclub.com for additional information.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
Welcome back to the second quarter of Coach's Corner. I'm Tony Trongone, along with Coach Ayala and Coach Haynes, Marcus Alfer, Darian Blackowitz. And this quarter is going to be focused on these two gentlemen. Very proud of their accomplishments, how they handle themselves, and going to ask some questions. And Darian already is prepping me on, like, what are you going to ask me, Mr. Trongone? And that's what you should do. Even when you get to college, go to that professor. Ask them, what is it you want me to do to be deemed successful. So that's a good step. So keep doing that, Darian.
Gotcha.
So my question for both of you, and I'll probably either one of you can step in, being the leaders. And I remember the article back 4 years ago, Coach, where you had 2 freshmen starting on the offensive line
Yeah.
of a sectional championship team. You know,
Yeah.
so I'm going to go through some names, and it's Caleb Bowman, LaQuinn Allen, Nate Robbins, Jaden Wright, George Gonzalez, and Tyon Cephas when you were freshmen, right? And then when you were sophomores, it's like telling that story. It's like, wow, yeah, it's like you guys been here forever,
Yeah.
you know, in a good way. Then your sophomore year, you know, it's Kion German, Edison Adino, Solomon Massey Kent, Dante Smith, Thomas Smith, and these were state champs. I think you went the highest you can go 2 years in a row as freshmen and sophomores.
Yeah.
And then last year you had Jacob Zamat, Naheem Sharp, Kashawn Jones, Asir Cornish, Kyan Conyers, and Kevin White. And now this year you have yourselves, you have Jaden Everett, Demir White, you have Jamal Wallace, and Latier Brooks. So my first question is, what's different? I'm going to pull something about what you learned from those guys, but what's different about this team? What's different about this team as in those 3 previous years?
What's different is our bond. Like, we've been playing with each other since we were like 6 years old, and then like since Midget League. So like that bond and brotherhood that we have like assembled has always been there. And with our leader group, we're vocal, and they just have more respect for us as a leader group. That's it.
Darian.
I'll say the biggest difference is probably the leader group now knows what it's like to win, but what it's also like to lose at the highest stage. So I'll probably say just knowing what it takes and knowing what it feels like to lose when it matters the most.
So when you look at, like, I'll pull out LaQuinn Allen. You know, you got Nate Robbins, you got German, you got Thomas Smith. You know, like you got different personalities there. You know, and then last year you have Jacob Zamat, you have Naheem, you have Asir. Anything you draw from them as their leadership, or that was like you said, it's just been your core from when you were 6 years old?
Yeah, see, they were like vocal leaders and stuff like that. So we picked up on like their leadership throughout the years. Come like LaQuinn Allen, Asir, Jacob, and all of them. So it was just like you said, it was in our core. It was buried in our memory and just our team just to follow that role.
Yeah, I noticed like pro sports, like some people like I don't know, like you draw on some athletes that lead by example. You're saying then, because some guys are fiery. You guys are saying you're not like the fire and brimstone speeches, right?
Yeah.
No.
We all got our own personality. Like Demir White, he'll definitely bring the energy, be loud. I'll say I'll be loud at times, but most of the time I'll lead by example.
Yeah.
Coach, you've been here all the 4 years too. What you add to what they talked about?
I mean, you know, every year every team's different, but you could see the camaraderie and the bond. Not that it wasn't there before, but like this team's not as cliquey. And you know, and listen, it happens in football teams. You get little cliques, you know. But like, what's good about them is they're not just about themselves. They're about helping the younger guys, seeing the younger guys get reps and succeeding. They exude a level of confidence that the younger guys on our team look up to and appreciate. And it's just not about them. They really embrace the team. And not saying that the other teams didn't. It's just not at this level. This is like the ultimate team. Like, you know what I mean? Like as far as like the brotherhood and everything you could just see it. And I've been coaching a long time, and you know as a coach when you could see like, yo, this is a special team. And it's just they all get along. They bicker with each other, but that happens. Brothers fight, you know, but it's never at that level. So
did they conference with you at all? Because they're so mature and being leaders for such a long time.
Yeah, so I think, I don't know if I said last time, we have like a leadership council group, which is comprised of like 8 guys, and it's mostly senior. It's mostly seniors that have been around for a while, and 2 younger guys that are expected to be leaders in their senior year coming up. And you know, we have meetings once a week and we communicate, talk about the team and whatnot, and they translate us, myself and Coach Core's message down to the team. And it's just a great leadership group, and having that, that those guys in there, being able to express what's going on with the team and express what's going on with us is helpful, and they do a great job.
And during the break, we were talking about playing both ways and being in shape. What's it like in practice? I mean, you guys are big guys, and the reputation is linemen usually are not going to really. They'll run the 10 yards and then they'll stop and then come back. What is it that Because I look at it and I go, I see 58 and 53 in the middle of the defensive line. Then on the next series, I see them on the offensive line. I'm like, man, how are they maintaining that stamina? So, I think the obvious thing is you're doing it in practice, right? Or
of course, yeah. Especially it was weight room to the off-season training as well.
Yeah.
I'd probably say the main thing is our strength and conditioning coach, Coach Lou, having us run a lot, especially at the end of practice. It's that's how we stay on the field.
So what type of running?
Gassers.
Yeah.
He'll have a sprint from the sideline to the hashes.
And
40 times, 30
like a
times.
suicide, like it's like
Yeah.
a longer, like a hash than a.
Kind of.
Yeah, just a
Kinda.
bunch of different
Yeah.
condo type things, just to we put a lot of emphasis from June. We were in about all on the conditioning part, just because we knew we were in good shape last year, but not in the conditioning shape we felt like we should be in, because we have athletes. We're fast, we're athletic, and so we wanted to harp on that even more, because it'll only make us better.
Yeah, and the theory is that fast twitch muscle uses more oxygen,
Yeah,
and therefore there's a lactic acid buildup.
yeah.
So it's to me, I see a lot of fast twitch stuff going on, and I'm saying, how are they sustaining that? So it's credit to you guys. It's a
Yeah.
credit to you
Thank
guys. And then also, like last year, you went to the beach. Did you do anything as a group, like team building, or no? Over the summer,
We did, like, over the summer or at the beach?
or at the beach, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, every year we go to the beach. First we work out. We do a couple of different things, sprints in the sand, and then we usually hop in the water and have a good time. This year is cold, so we did volleyball most of the time.
Who's the best volleyball
Me.
player?
Me.
Me.
No, stop that.
Okay. We can ask the team.
We can.
All right.
I'll have to see that for myself.
All right.
All right, now for the personal questions. I'll start with you, Darian. So, where are you going to college?
I'm committed to Bryant University.
Did you sign yet?
No.
Yeah, that's what. And in the booth, I think Rich Van Noord, and then thanks for the stats, Rich. Rich Van Noord provides us with the stats. He goes back and forth with Coach Ayala, make sure everything's looking tight as far as the numbers. But he was thinking that you had all these offers. And
Yeah.
there were some, and then what made you settle on that choice?
I'll say the three main things is there was good coaches there. They definitely wanted me and showed that they wanted me. It wasn't too far from home. And the third reason, I feel like I can go there and make an impact as soon as possible.
Good. What's your major going to be?
I'm not sure yet, but I'm leaning towards something with finance or business. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it's funny how you affirmed yourself. Like, yeah, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
All right, on to you now, Marcus. What are your plans?
Just waiting out for these first 3 games to make highlights, make plays, and send it out to the college coaches, because that's what they've been telling me that they want since camp season. So just planning on sending that out and just waiting for a full scholarship offer to come before the end of the season so I can commit and sign in December.
There were like 3 or 4 that were popping up on my Twitter. I know Wagner was one.
Yeah, they were in
Villanova.
Yeah, so they were in my interest because y'all said I had offers, but they were in my heavy interest. Marist was one of them as well. They love me over there. So is Wagner and Monmouth and Villanova as well. So
Okay, good. And so, why did you? What are you looking for? Like Darian had a niche. What he liked as far as, is there any place that seems to look like? I know this is going to be aired, but sometimes you want to play it close to the vest. You don't really want to say, but what are you looking for in a college?
I'm looking for, like you said, like just looking to have as much impact on the field as much as possible, like as soon as I start get there, as well. A great environment, a great coaching staff. Sorry, great facilities. Also, their business school. I'm looking into business and finance, so I'm looking into a great business school as well.
All right, good stuff. Good stuff. Anything else, Coach Haynes? You coached them, right?
Yeah. I mean, I've had them both since freshman year. They both came in, and you could tell immediately that they were going to be dudes. And seeing their growth from freshman year to now is just incredible. Obviously, they were both on the offensive line right away. They had to kind of wait their turn a little bit for the defensive line just because we had some dudes in there. But yeah, they've both grown so much, and they're both we were talking about colleges with like Marcus. He's gonna get his. And I mean, I'm greedy, so since he's a lineman, I want him to go to college for defense. And I think that colleges, when he does get them and when he does commit and he does go play, I think they're gonna look back and be upset that they passed up on him because he is a worker. And then Darian, obviously. Darian, he's a dude, man, and he's always been like that too. Both of these dudes this offseason, though, I think this has been like their biggest leap yet. Like Darian's put on a lot of muscle, and he still keeps his mobility. Marcus has leaned up, and he's gotten a lot quicker off the ball and a lot more explosive. And that's just what makes them both so dangerous.
Which leads me to wrestling. You wrestled, right?
Oh, that helped a lot too.
How did wrestling help you?
Just help my hands, my footwork, help me be more explosive for football, and that's basically it, to be honest.
It was 215 or heavyweight?
Heavyweight.
285.
So
yeah, listen, these are two amazing young men. It's going to be very bittersweet. Like, we have a great senior class. Like, it's going to be very sad to see these young men go. So that's why we want to make this season very memorable and enjoyable. And it needs to only end one way, and that's December 3rd at Rutgers. But first up, Atlantic City.
You got it. All right, ends our second quarter and our first half, and we'll be right back after these short messages. Good job, guys.
At Mintz Insurance,
We're done.
We're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
If the time comes, be ready. Learn CPR and join the nation of lifesavers. Nearly 3 out of 4 cardiac arrests that don't happen in hospitals happen in homes. CPR saved my life. I've teamed up with the American Heart Association as a national ambassador to help create a nation of lifesavers, turning bystanders into lifesavers through CPR education and access to AEDs. Join me to ensure everyone has the chance to live longer, healthier lives. Visit heart.org/nation.
Allen Associates is a family-owned and operated full-service agency, managing a broad base of clients in the New Jersey area. Allen Associates has been a leader in health benefits and financial services, including health, prescription, life insurance, pension, 401k plans, and estate planning. With more than 60 years of experience and a staff of highly trained and dedicated professionals, Allen Associates is noted for its ability to build strong, long-term relationships with our clients and the communities we serve. Give them a call today at 856-692-2250. Allen Associates, your complete health and financial services, Vineland, New Jersey.
Hello, my name is Craig Atkinson, and I am president of the Millville Thunderbolt Club. The mission of the Thunderbolt Club is to enhance the athletic experience of Millville High School student athletes. We provide a myriad of services for these athletes, including end-of-year recognition banquets for all teams, stipends for teams and individual athletes, college scholarships of $35,000 per year, meals for special events, as well as hosting the Mike Trout Millville Thunderbolt Club Golf Tournament and the Millville Sports Hall of Fame. Please visit our website at millvillethunderboltclub.com for additional information.
Welcome back to the second half and third quarter. I'm Tony Trongone, along with Coach Humberto Ayala, and also with assistant coach Stephen Haynes. And this segment will focus on our coaching staff. And Coach, can you give us your whole staff, and then add the new staff?
Yeah, so, my defensive coordinator was on last week. That's Charles Core, teacher in the building, strength and conditioning coach. Then my offensive coordinator is Coach Christopher Crowley. I've been coaching a long time. Actually, like I think last year I said it, that I started under him as his freshman coach when he was the head coach over at Woodrow Wilson, which is now Camden Eastside. Then defensive line coach, you got Stephen Haynes. He's been here.
This is my fourth full year.
Fourth full year, right? Fourth full year here. Then got Coach Lou, who's second year in as my wide receiver coach, strength and conditioning coach, which is, he's a big part of why our guys look the way they do and move the way they do. He's amazing with all that kind of stuff. And then we have our linebacker coach, Coach Jeff Morgan, he's originally a Violent guy, and we pulled him over to the right side. This is his second year as well. New to our staff is our offensive line coach, Coach Nick Santosuso. He actually is in the district now as a paraprofessional. And he's been coaching a long time too. He's an offensive guru, great offensive line coach, knows his stuff. And you'll see the difference. If you don't, you'll see the difference in what our line does now. Then you have Coach William Humphreys. He's a volunteer. Helps out, great person. He helps out in every facet. He helps out with special teams, helps out with anywhere that's needed on defense or offense. Helps out with getting kids here in the city. Then you have two new additions to our volunteer corps, which is Coach Charlie Patterson. He played in the district. He also coaches the 9-10-year-olds, which they're going to be something special when they get up here. People don't believe it, you're going to see it. So I'm looking forward to it. So our youth program is awesome. Then we have, he's not too far off, but we have Coach Clayton Scott. He's also another guy, great player when he was here, played in college, played at the next level. Them two, help out at the freshman level. But adding those two guys on that are, part of the city and helped out in the youth, and our guys now saw them play when they were younger, especially Clayton, because Clayton's closer in age to them. So it resonates. They saw the level that he played at, how hard he practiced. And Clayton's a great guy. So I'm just glad that they're both on staff.
So let's talk about this gentleman here. I guess his fourth year here, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a little bit about Coach Haynes.
Coach Haynes, listen, he's our head JV coach, defensive line coach. Coach Haynes is a worker. One thing I could say, man, is those kids play for him. I don't know what he does, how he does it. Coach Nix is doing a good job making sure that they want to play offensive line now, but everybody wants to play the defensive line. Mm-hmm. Coach Haynes does an amazing job. Like, they all want to play for him. They listen to what he has to say. They play at a high level. His knowledge base is great. The connection that him and Core, and because now we've been together for a while, so now his understanding of what's needed and wanted in the program, and what Coach Core wants, the chemistry just flows so well. So listen, I'm glad that he's still here. So just got to get him in the district now.
Yeah, you're at Bridgeton, right?
Yeah, I'm at the high school, Bridgeton High School.
So you're looking good, Coach.
Thank you, appreciate it.
So it's taking you like a year, or?
Yeah. I mean, I got back to, like I said earlier, I got back to playing football, and so once I got back, I was like, all right, I gotta stop being a retired athlete now. So I started working out more, and then I just kept kind of going from there.
All right.
And I played in season, so that also helped a lot. But yeah, I've been working.
God bless you.
Thank you.
So tell us a little about yourself, like your background, your educational background, and then your professional background.
Yeah, so I'm from Millville. I graduated in 2016. I was Coach Thomas's my senior year was Coach Thomas's first year here. So I played under him for a little bit. And after high school, I went and played at Cheney University. And then they lost their football program, so I had to transfer. I took a year off because I had to get surgery, and then I went to Rowan. And then that was the 2019 season. I was going to transfer again. I kind of feel like one of those the new age thing. But Then COVID hit. So once COVID hit, I got a job, security, in like October of 2020.
For Millville.
For Millville, yeah, for Millville. And then Coach Thomas found out that I was back working at the high school, so he brought me out. So that's why I say 4 full years, because I was there for the 2020 season, but I was only there for like half the time. And then I've been with them ever since. The first Marcus and Darian were part of the first full year group that I got. But yeah, and I was in Millville. I was at the Millville High School for security for a little bit, and then I got a teaching job at Bridgeton. This is my 3rd year in Bridgeton now.
What are you teaching?
I am a law and youth teacher. That's what the name of the class is. Basically law enforcement at Bridgeton High School.
Great. And so we're going to switch up now, and we're going to go to Coach Ayala. But good to hear about that from you, and then you're being an alumni too. And hopefully we get you back in our building.
Yeah.
Coach's play. We're going to try to get a little formulaic here. Coach's play of the game. What was the coach's play of the game for Atlantic City, Coach?
For Holy Spirit, you mean, or
I'm sorry, Holy Spirit. Yeah, I'm sorry.
like what was the?
What was our big play? I know we talked about the turning point with the Collins hit and then the Everett scoop.
Yeah. So that was a big play, but I think a play that, because they brought in that big running back and they wanted to do something with him. You knew that was their intention, to do something with that big running back.
Yeah, because he wasn't their leading rusher the year before.
And he didn't play a full season the year before.
Right.
So I don't know the
Ward,
exact.
Right. That was Ward.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what the details were. I don't know if he was injured or whatnot. But he didn't play the full season the year before. But you knew that was their intentions, was to try to get a run game going and use that big body. And I think they threw a screen pass out to him in the outside. And what made me feel like, we here ready to play, is Aiden Dawkins came up off that edge and folded him in half. Like, they threw the screen. Like, I mean, I don't think that kid has been hit the way he was hit there. And, like, it folded him in half. He came up limping. He had to get out the game. And, they still had a couple plays here and there. But, like, that, to me, that was just like, our defense is here,
Let's look at some stats, too. Hey, George, can you put up the stats for passing? And we'll get into the Dawkins stats. It'll be passing. That's receiving. We'll go there. Okay, that's rushing. And one more. There we go. So we have our Robert O'Connor, who's our sophomore quarterback.
Yeah.
7 for 14, 223 yards, and 50% passing, 3 TDs, one interception. So. What do you think about his play?
Listen, I mean, it's his first varsity start. So it could be. We got to get better. We got to get better. I don't like 50%. We know that. He knows that. But for seeing the things he did and to keep plays alive the way he did and to stay humble and he was on the biggest stage of his football career. Prime time. Prime time, 7:30, has to go play the number 2 team for the first time in his high school career. Most kids would fold, but he's a very, very humble kid. The team loves him. He's an amazing young man.
That in the
sideline. They really love him. He's a great kid. Listen, I'm fortunate he's here, and he for what he had to do in that moment, I thought he played very well.
Good. Now we'll go to rushing. I guess we had a lot of people rushing, George. Number of people on there. So you see Demir White had 10 carries. And I bet you, I'm betting Demir saying I'm going to have a better day.
Yeah.
What was it? Was it just not the holes weren't there?
Nah, I mean, there's multiple of things. He knows he's got to do better in certain moments, just with being able to read certain things. And sometimes some holes weren't there. What I'm saying, but listen, we balanced it out. We still rushed for 121 yards. That's not even. We want to be over at least the 150 mark. I believe with our offensive line, we can hit the 200 mark, to be honest, with having the backs we have.
That surprise was the Aiden Dawkins. He had 2 carries, 49 yards.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he once he hits the hole, he is explosive.
He's quick.
Yeah, he's explosive. I mean, he's got to outrun that guy, though. He's got to score there.
Yeah,
he got to take a better angle.
I'll pick that up next time on him. And then you have forgive me, Jamal Wallace Jr., I call him the bus because it looked like it was like Jerome Bettis going downfield. It was.
Yeah, he's a load. He's a load, man. He's a load, and he's smart kid, and he's a great closer.
And then let's see here. Brooks was out. He had -9 yards.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I think it was like a jet or something, maybe, or I don't know. Maybe I don't know if it was a run or they're looking at the screen to him.
Maybe they count the screen.
Yeah, they count the screen.
Behind the line of scrimmage. Okay, and then finally pass receiving. And you can see, let's see here, Brooks had 5 catches for 200 yards. He had Reggie Holly, sophomore, 1 catch,
Yeah.
and then Shamar Collins, 1 catch.
That's
for
another,
11 yards.
and we got a couple of we got Reggie's gonna people are gonna see what Reggie is. Reggie's a great player, man.
A lot of good downfield blocking by him.
Yeah. Listen, and then we have another young kid too. That's a sophomore, Jaden Days. He'll get going. Too. He's great size, kind of built like a Freddie, if you remember Freddie Levan.
Yeah.
Very similar, So again, first quarterback start. Got to get things going together, but we have a plethora of weapons that people will see.
All right. Now, and I'm going to go back because I apologize to the young men that were here. There's a one play by Darion, and then Coach, you can tell me what's going on with it. It's a defensive play. It says Darion. I guess it's number 8 or 9. It says Darion on it. There he is. There he.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that's just what he does best. I don't believe that there are many, if any, guards that can block him one-on-one. So if a team wants to come out and try to block any of our D linemen one-on-one, that's what I expect the result to be. And that's just Darian being an absolute dog. Fires off quick. He gets the guard moving backwards, and then he's just athletic enough to get off that block and make the tackle. And, like I said, it's going to be difficult for a lot of teams to block us, especially if they try to block us one-on-one, because I don't see many offensive linemen in any of the teams that we play in South Jersey at bare minimum that can consistently stop any of our D linemen one-on-one.
Yeah, it was impressive. It was hard to pick one, but that was the one play I wanted to have for Darian. And then, Coach, if you want to, we have Marcus's block. I think he pancaked the guy on a run play.
Yeah, I mean, listen, got inside of him, stayed close, elbows tight, right, and did a good job turning him, to allow everything else to pan out. Yeah, I mean, listen, Marcus is playing at a different level this year, and listen, he's always played at a high level. Don't get me wrong, but like, I just think that everything he's put into this season, with the wrestling, the off-season training, getting in the best shape of his life, I think more's coming for him than he can even really think of right now.
Right. So I owed those 2 plays to those 2 young guys. And now we're going to do something new. We're going to have a trivia question. And it's the first one on Facebook who can answer this question. And you can see it here. It's on Facebook, so it'll be timed to whoever puts that response in. In 2020, it was a tight game versus St. Augustine, the prep, in which the Bolts prevailed 22-21. It was a pivotal game in the season, and really good game. One of the best games I've ever been a witness to. And LaQuinn Allen scored on a 4-yard run to put the game at 21-20, but we were still 1 point behind. And then and Millville didn't settle for a tie, so Dennis Thomas decided to go for 2. And the question is, who threw the pass to LaQuinn Allen to win the game for our Bolts? So we'll give you the answer during the 4th quarter, but again, the way it works is it's going to be on Facebook, whoever time-stamped it previous on the time, and then we'll go from and then you can just come to Quinn Broadcasting and pick up your Wawa gift card. And so that concludes our third quarter. And we'll be right back after this short message.
Hello, my name is Craig Atkinson, and I am president of the Millville Thunderbolt Club. The mission of the Thunderbolt Club is to enhance the athletic experience of Millville High School student athletes. We provide a myriad of services for these athletes, including end-of-year recognition banquets for all teams, stipends for teams and individual athletes, college scholarships of $35,000 per year, meals for special events, as well as hosting the Mike Trout Millville Thunderbolt Club Golf Tournament and the Millville Sports Hall of Fame. Please visit our website at millvillethunderboltclub.com for additional information.
Many people treat their health like a game. With the Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Our mental health services focus on the emotions and behaviors that affect your overall well-being and features psychiatric, counseling, and addiction services, including our exclusive Fresh Start program, designed to help combat the opioid epidemic in our communities, plus all the other specialties you expect from Complete Care. Level up your health with us. The Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great healthcare for everyone.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
CPR saved my life. I've teamed up with the American Heart Association as a national ambassador to help create a nation of lifesavers, turning bystanders into lifesavers through CPR education and access to AEDs. Visit heart.org/nation.
Welcome back, and we're closing out on the fourth quarter. I'm Tony Trongone here with Humberto Ayala and also Coach Haynes, and we're going to talk about Atlantic City now. And so I do have some stats for us. I don't have it up on the screen, but Atlantic City, it's not had a great deal of success against Millville. So in 2015, we won 34-12. 2016, we won 46-6. 2017, we won 34-12. 2018, 50-0, and then 2019, 36-2. And then their last 5 games, they've had a tough go of it. So they've had Washington last year. They lost to Washington Township 43-14. They lost to Vineland 26-18. And then their end of their season is their traditional game is against Holy Spirit, and they lost 37-26. And then last week they lost to Mainland 30-18, so they gave Mainland a pretty good game. I don't know what Mainland's going to be about this year, losing some of their studs, but tell us about Atlantic City, Coach.
Well, I don't know. I don't go off of all those years. I mean, coach over there is a good coach, does a great job over there. They have they got an athletic quarterback that can move. They got a receiver that's already committed to go to Rutgers. The kids play hard, man. They gave a heck of a fight up to Mainland. So I don't discredit, whatever happened in the past. Our goal and our mindset is go in and play the football game. We're not looking at what they did last week or what the past has been. But listen, they're gonna come in. They got athletes. We gotta play. Just be disciplined. We can't get caught in the moment. We can't get because that quarterback will take off and he'll be gone.
That first play against Holy Spirit where they hit us with a long pass.
Yeah, they hit us with receiver hit him on a double move.
I'm sure they're looking at that.
Yeah.
It'll be different with AC though because Holy Spirit every time they drop back to pass, the D line was getting double and triple teamed every single play. They max protected every single time. And we were still getting pressure, but just obviously it's harder for them to beat 2 dudes. But AC doesn't show much of that. They show more like a spread offense. So the idea is that the quarterback's going to have to show off his athleticism this week. a lot.
And does he tuck it and run a lot?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why you got to be disciplined up front to not get too far upfield, hold containment, because he'll go. So, and I mean, listen, he can throw it too. He can get the ball downfield if he needs to.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then you talked about their offense. How about their defense?
They're at 3-4. That's that's what they traditionally do. I mean, I'm sure that it'll change depending on whatever formations they see. They'll be well coached. Like I said, they have athletes, so they can cover pretty decent. And they got some athleticism up front too. So I'm assuming that they're going to come in looking to get after us and get us off the field as quick as possible. That's number one thing. Nobody wants us on the field for long drives, or they want to limit the explosive plays. So I'm assuming Coach will have something in the game plan for that.
Okay. So the game is at home?
It's at home, 6 o'clock. Yep, first home game of the season.
Okay.
You can buy the tickets on Millville's website, on the athletic website. We'll be posting it through social media, later tonight if it hasn't been.
All right, good. There was a comment that George had left for me. So I am a volunteer. I've always been a volunteer. And if you remember back in COVID years, they weren't letting parents in the games. Mm-hmm. So that's when Jim Quinn asked me. He said, "Listen, I can afford the production and whatever, but can you help out?" And so that's what we did. I volunteered to do the football games, field hockey, basketball, wrestling, and even baseball. So I just wanted to make sure that's clear that this was this is something I do because, again, once a bolt, always a bolt. And then when Jim asked me if he could do something this year, I'm like, yeah, I'll do it because I love you guys. I love the kids. I love the spirit. I said it when I was superintendent here too, and it's never about me, but I apologize. It is about me to say that when I was superintendent, I knew that this was a special place. I've been in other districts, and the way they support the kids in all facets of their educational program, whether it be in the classroom but also outside the classroom, like the Thunderbolt Club. And so I'll give it to you, like what they do as far as supporting you.
I mean, listen, they support all sports. I mean, like I said, they dish out like $32,000 a year in scholarships for athletes. Athletes are getting like $1,200 a piece for if you receive a Thunderbolt award. I mean, I don't know how many places are doing that, but anytime we need anything, you go to them, you ask. Obviously, they have. I'm on the board too as well, just to provide support and help. But anytime we need anything or any sport needs anything, and you go to them, they're willing to, put a helping hand out. So they support all sports in the district, and from a football standpoint, they support us as well. So I mean, listen, we're fortunate to have them there. Craig Atkinson as our president over there does an amazing job running that show and keeping everything in line with from the books to all things. So we are fortunate.
Yeah, it's a special place, and that's what myself personally gravitates towards it because of the relationships that you have, and it really is more than just going through an exercise of coaching and teaching. There's a lot of love and respect going on, and I want to throw that out about another thing. Coach Serace, our thoughts and prayers are with you. Always thinking about you. Coach Ed Salmon, also recovering from surgery. We're thinking about you. We also have actually Jim Quinn, all the things that he does. He's been under the weather too with some medical issues, and we don't ever bring up Jim enough, so we want to make sure we
appreciate Jim very much for all he does and being able to stream the games so that people across the country that were from here and grew up here and want to see the Thunderbolt football, they have that opportunity. So we thank you, Jim.
Yeah. So in closing, again, the game is going to be home, Wheaton Field, against Atlantic City, 6 p.m., and the tickets will be bought. You can go to the Millville Public Schools website, and they'll have access to where you can buy the tickets online. And that being said, from Quinn Broadcasting, Coach's Corner, Coach Ayala, Coach Haynes, myself, Tony Trongone, go Bolts. Good.
This has been a QBC television production, in association with our partners and sponsors. QBC broadcasts on Comcast Cable Channel 22, and live streams its programming on Facebook and YouTube. All rights reserved by Quinn Media and QBC, programming that serves the South Jersey market.